Saginaw Valley State University men's cross country team here. We got Chad Scott on the left, Eric Spitz in the middle, Tony Peel on the right. Guys, you just had GLIAC race over the weekend out in Linwood. 7th place finish for the team. Starting with one of you, talk about the GLIAC experience this weekend.
All right. Well, like you said, 7th place overall. I think overall we were expecting to do a little bit better, but I mean it just goes to show we went out there and conference just gotten tougher. We've come to realize. I mean, we all ran, pretty much everybody in the top 7 really ran a PR, and our spread was the best it's probably ever been. Only a 12-second spread between the top 5, and it's just a tougher conference, really. I mean, but I'm still definitely optimistic for the regional meet. Regionals is a 10K. It's on a tough course, really levels the playing field. So really see what happens, I guess.
Conference was really tough. Coach Rod calls it a buzzsaw. The top 18 were under 25 minutes, and it was really rough. We all went out there and gave it everything we had. But it's tough when you're in the second strongest conference in the nation for D2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like we had these goals that we wanted for this conference race, and we gave, like, the team did so well, but the goal of being, like, you know, second or third, like we thought we would be, was like, oh boy, it's a hard conference. And since we've done better this year as a team, it going to the conference meet and doing this well definitely gave us a better idea of how hard the conference is. Because, like, last year we just got smashed, so it wasn't as like we just got beat bad. But this year we got beat bad, and we had a really good showing, so it was difficult.
Yeah. So speak to the motivation that gives you guys for 2 weeks from now at regionals. You know, you came into GLIAC so confident and ran really well, but you're still 7th, kind of middle of the pack. Talk about the motivation level for these next 2 weeks.
We're really pumped. We're ready to go. We got 2 weeks hard training this week and lower mileage next week, and we got to get 5th place to go to nationals, and that's been our goal since the beginning of camp, since before camp. And that's what we've been working for. So that's what we're gonna go out and do.
I definitely think the whole team overall is still staying aggressive. I don't think the results like conference has really changed anything. I don't think it put anybody down. I don't think it really changed any part of the equation, really. I think everybody's still just really motivated. I think we're all just determined to just get that 5th place spot at regionals.
Yeah, we have this. The motivation is still on high because of our behavior and attitude at practice. It's evident, and we just gotta focus on focusing. We have to make sure that we stay on the ball, and I mean, as individuals and as a team collectively. So it's definitely going to be a challenging thing especially for 2 weeks. But you know, if anybody else can do it, why can't we?
Talk briefly about the last 2 weeks. I know Tony touched on it, or about the next 2 weeks. Things you can do, things you can train for in preparation for regionals.
Well, our the course at Kenosha is going to be it's one of the toughest courses in the country. I think 2,000 meters of it are uphill, and so we're gonna work on our hill training. We're a tough team, so that definitely gives us an advantage over. We might not be quite as speedy as the other teams, but we're tougher. So we're gonna go out there and hit that hill and beat them to the top.
Smart too. Gotta hit it smart.
Mm.
Gotta
We'll
be
see,
able to.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be able to come. Like the second time we go up the hill, we gotta be able to be taking over other people. So we can't be stupid about it. But
Yeah.
we'll have a plan, and that's been what's brought us this far. Is we've always had a plan of action. Somebody leading us on the course, usually captain.
Yeah, definitely main components of it is just to be smart but be tough at the same time, really. I mean, that's pretty much what we've been doing all year, though. So I have full confidence in the team, really.
Chad, Eric, and Tony, thanks for stopping by, and good luck in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Cardinal cross country coach Tony Filipek joining me. Thanks for coming. And over the weekend, the men's and the women's programs competed in the GLIAC championships out in Linwood. Talk about the two teams, their performances, and how they can get better.
Well, we had a fifth place finish and a seventh place finish, so there's obviously a lot of room to improve. First place is the ultimate goal. I mean, all we want to do is win. But fifth and seventh, I was happy with because top 7 advances to regionals. So we had some pressure on us. We performed well, and we're moving on to Kenosha, Wisconsin, to the regional meet now. The fifth place on the women's side was without one of our top 3 runners. So I'm looking forward for her to stepping it up and being there at regionals. She'll be a big boost to our team. I still think our conference is the most competitive out of our region, so we're definitely bringing in the most talented teams to the regional to compete on the guys' side and the girls' side. Now the guys placed 7th. They were 20 points out of 5th place, 20 points out of 5th, 20 points out of 4th if you don't include Malone, because Malone is on probation right now until next year. But anyways, I was happy with the finish. 12-second spread. You can't ask much more than that. The guys ran as a group. They communicated together throughout the entire race, and they finished within 12 seconds of each other in a race that's 5 miles long. Now they move up to the 10K, so this is real. The real men show up at the 10K distance at regionals and nationals.
Yeah, talk about the men's team, a longer race at regionals, and that they do run so tight together. Does that help them? Does that hurt them? What do you think that does for them?
As we move to the 10K and it gets a little bit longer, if you're not a good communicative team and you're not a strong team, you're going to begin to spread out more and more as the distance becomes further and further. So it's a big advantage to our men's team, a very big advantage. If we get a 12-second spread in the 10K at Kenosha, we're going to beat a lot of teams with a 12-second spread, unless we just run extremely slow, which is not going to happen. But if we run the way we're capable of running and we're within 10 seconds of each other, that's going to be an amazing effort. That'll be an unforgettable race if something like that was to happen, for sure.
Now on the women's side, the program last year had all the success, went to nationals, had success there. Talk about this year's girls team and their chances at regionals.
Their chances at regionals. Well, they placed 5th at conference, but in top 5 from regional advance to nationals. But I've got to think with Taylor Stepanski in there, we could have placed as high as 3rd at our conference meet this weekend. And I think our conference brings in the top 3 teams into the regional, top 5 teams into the regional. So pretty much how you place in conference on the female side is how you're going to place at regionals. At regionals. So, with that added runner in there, we're going to do some very big things at the regional meet on the women's side. But for both teams, men's team, women's team, they need to be focused on one thing, just one thing, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that one thing that they need to be focused on for the next couple of weeks, 2 to 4 weeks. It's not, they don't need to be focused on, their boyfriend or girlfriend. They don't need to be focused on what they're going to get their aunt for her birthday. They don't need to be worried about Tigers in the World Series, staying up late. They need to get their rest, get recovered, and they should only have one thing on their mind, that and, making academic progress as well.
Coach Philipek, thanks for the time, and good luck the next 2 weeks pushing your team in practice and for the ultimate goal, which is to get to nationals.
Thank you very much.